Trigger-happy Havoc, and as you guys saw in the last video, we were basically getting ready to go up to the class trial. Oh, Taka, you're late, Makoto. We've been waiting for you. I bet you're afraid to be discovered as a murderer you are. Okay, Toko, whatever. Taka, we ain't jumping to conclusions. And who said it was me that was the killer? Remember, Sayaka got stabbed. If you guys have not seen the last video, the one who murdered Sayaka is one of them.
Is everyone here? Okay then. Please board the elevator in front of you, which will transport you to the courtroom, where all your fates will be decided. I'll meet you all down there. I'll be waiting.
Well then.
Well, let's begin.
Yes,
Here we
indeed.
go.
Hey,
I ain't scared though, because as it stands, we're here. Okay, for everyone who's wondering about this, I'm gonna record all the way up to the class chapter, the class trials. The class trials will be live streams because the class trials can go on for a little bit. Well, here we go. We're gonna go straight down to the elevator. Here we go. We're down here at the elevator. Just, if I could, I would play the Danganronpa theme because obviously, well, the OP, but the OP, because you know, for people who know like me, you know. Ding.
Shit.
Well, here we are.
Well now.
Because, you know. Well, here we are, the class trial. But yes, exactly. Here we are though with this. We are gonna save data. Obviously, as you guys seen there briefly, I managed to, you know, get it. Oh, I don't have any. Oh yeah, I did right there, Melio's voice. I honestly forgot I already have one. Okay. We're gonna take a look back at the truth bullets so we can keep an eye on it. For those who are wondering, we got the Monokuma file, the evidence of a struggle, replica sword, the sword cover, the sheath, switching rooms, toolkit, cleanliness in the room, Sayaka's wrist, dying message, door frame, doorknob, dorm set, kitchen knives, Ali's account, trash duty incinerator, burnt shirt piece, shattered crystal ball. Honestly, like when I was first playing this, because obviously I beat this, like, but when I first played it, that was like a dead giveaway of who it was. Like I found that one to be like obvious on who it was back when I very first started it. Okay, hold on, we gotta go to finish preparations. Here we go. Class trial, all roars!
let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. If you can figure out
I'm gonna be chatting through some of this so, you know, we can keep this afloating.
But if you pick the wrong one, then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate.
And the killer really is one of us, right?
Of course!
Okay then. Everyone, close your... Don't be a goddamn idiot. Why the hell would they raise their hand?
Before we move on and start the trial, can I ask a question?
But yes,
What's going on with those pictures?
I feel awful if they got left out just because they don't. Friendship.
Okay, but there were only 15 of us.
Oh, no reason. It's It's just that our little courtroom here can technically fit up to 16 people.
That's, if you keep an eye on that number, if you guys haven't,
Okay.
because I know they
That
teased it
about does
around
it
a
for
lot,
the
but keep an eye on that number. That number is very important
First up is the
for this
case
game.
summary. Now, let the class trials begin.
Here we go. The first non-stop debate, which I know about the non-stop debate, which is literally I gotta find the lies or contradicts in there with the truth bullets. Here we go. We gotta make the argument with evidence of a struggle. Here we go.
I assert that the one who was murdered was Miss Sayaka Maizono.
Yeah, you know that part already.
And the murder took place in Makoto.
In the bathroom.
Yeah.
So it seems most of the killer must have taken her by surprise while she was in the bath. She didn't even have a chance to resist.
No, that's wrong.
Nope, because there wasn't. Nope, because the chance to resist was wrong.
Just a
There's
second,
evidence of a
Chihiro.
struggle.
Try to remember how my room looked. With the way things had been damaged,
There was a.
I think we can definitely assume
Yeah, there
was
was
a
proof of the struggle right there.
A struggle? Between who and who?
between Sayaka and the killer, of course.
So you're saying Sayaka wasn't caught by surprise in
No.
the bathroom?
She must have been attacked in the main room first. Then, she ran to the bathroom to try and hide. The killer followed her in, and that's where
That's
they
the truth,
finished
and if
job.
you and what really gave it away though, what really hammered it at home was the numbers and the burnt shirt piece.
Sorry.
Because
Okay, so what's next?
it legit matched one person
Next is the subject of the
of the murder weapon.
This
Yep,
is
here we are. We gotta determine what was used as the murder weapon. Because it
So what was used to kill her?
It was some kind of sharp without a doubt.
So the killer used some random knife.
It wasn't a random knife, it was the kitchen knife. You want to keep an eye on that one.
No. I do think it was a knife, but not just any knife. I'm almost positive it was a kitchen knife.
Huh? A kitchen knife?
After the murder, we discovered that one of the knives from the kitchen was missing.
Which means that knife must be the murder weapon.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's
I
the
guess
murder
that makes
weapon.
sense. You could sort of see the weapon sticking out of her stomach. And if you look real close,
Yeah, you
I could
couldn't?
totally
Like,
see that
you
being
would
a
have to be
kitchen knife.
blind not to see that legit sitting right
Okay,
there.
so the murder weapon was a kitchen knife, but where does that get us? I mean, we all know Makoto killed her, right?
That's right.
Because
Makoto's room
seriously,
was the scene of the crime. What more proof do you need?
Hold on a second.
Let's draw our
Makoto's
conclusions
not the
after
killer,
we-
though.
Well, we can talk all we want. It's not
if
gonna
you guys
change
have been
that
keeping up with the
conclusion.
series so far,
I
you
don't
know
think
he's
that's
not
true
the
at all.
killer, so...
I'm sure if we keep at it, something new will reveal itself.
You really
Yes.
believe that?
There is something new that comes about. There... no, I'm good because I know... Here we are, we gotta look at the account. We got Hina's
So I guess
account.
there's no question that the kitchen knife was the murder weapon. But where
It
does that
was-
get us?
I mean, Makoto must have taken it literally secret. And nobody was in the...
Wrong, there was
No,
somebody in
it's
the
wrong.
dining hall.
Okay, wait. Hold on. I didn't take the knife from the kitchen.
Next, you're gonna say you're not the killer, right? Go ahead and say it all you want.
Well, what if I have a witness? What do you think, Hina?
Huh?
Remember what you were telling me earlier?
Yeah, because we got Hina's account, if you remember. Hina went to go get some tea and they were there and then they were gone.
Just to be perfectly clear,
Yeah,
the knife
Hina.
disappeared while you were in the dining hall, correct?
Exactly.
Yeah, that's right.
And at any point while you were there, did you ever see me come into the dining hall?
No.
You don't think so?
No, he definitely wasn't there.
The knife disappeared while Hina was in the dining hall. But I wasn't there the entire time. In other words, there's no way I could have taken the
Makoto's not
knife.
the killer, though.
Okay.
But the
Then
killer
what about
is somebody in there.
What if the idiot swimmer girl and Makoto are in on it together and lying to protect each other?
Idiot swimmer girl? Oh, and more importantly,
You can't.
why would I get
Nope.
involved in something like that?
You can have an accomplice, but the accomplice won't graduate. It's only.
If there is an accomplice, do they also become blackened?
So you ask, and so I shall answer. Each murder is allowed to have an accomplice, but only the one who does the killing will get to graduate.
So in other words, two people can work together, but one of them has no chance of profiting from it.
That's why you don't want an
There's no way
accomplice.
anyone would work
Because the
together,
accomplice wouldn't do shit.
But what if they did work together, and they just didn't know about the rule?
Good grief! Enough already. Oops! Did I say that out loud?
Anyway, I didn't go to the dining hall. And
Nope,
so I'm not the
he
killer.
didn't go.
Okay,
And
so then,
sure.
who did take the knife?
Hina
I
seems
wonder
the
who took the
obvious
knife.
candidate.
I mean,
After all, she just said she was in the dining hall.
No way! I swear it wasn't me!
Sure, but can you or anyone else prove that? I can.
That's right. Sakura was with me the entire time I was drinking my
and
tea.
there's the evidence on top of an evidence.
I hate to have to ask, but just to be sure, Sakura's...
Me.
Right.
But then, couldn't either one of them have grabbed the knife?
Actually, no. Because,
Just spit it out.
I stayed in Hina's room last night.
I got so scared thanks to those creepy videos. I wasn't really thinking, I just asked her to stay over.
Well,
Which
I
means
mean...
we have airtight alibis.
You stayed over? Doesn't that
No,
violate
that don't
one of
violate the
school
rules. It just says don't
regulations?
sleep anywhere besides the
We're not
dorm.
allowed to sleep anywhere but the dorms. But it doesn't say we have to stay in our assigned room. So, I don't think...
It is a problem! A boy and a girl spending the night together? It's unholy!
Taka, shut the fuck
I'm a
up.
girl.
Bose, Taka, shut the fuck up.
You are? Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry!
Bose,
But
Taka,
if it
shut the
wasn't
fuck
either of
up.
you, then what other possibility is there?
Actually, there is one other possibility. Right, Hina?
Well, say,
yeah, that's
it's
true.
the story
One
of
other
an
person
innocent
did come
proven
to the dining
until
hall while we
proven
were
guilty.
Why didn't you say so in the first place?
Well, because... they're not here anymore. Sayaka. She's the one who
There
came to
you
the dining
go.
hall.
That's the one who took the
And then
knife.
later, she wound up dead.
Person who took the knife was Sayaka.
Then, Sayaka is the one who took the knife?
That's the only possibility. And thinking back on it, she was
Because
acting
obviously,
when she
I mean,
came into
it's-
the dining hall. She didn't even look at us. She just went straight to the kitchen. As she left, she said she just wanted a drink of water. But most likely,
The person who took the knife was the victim herself!
Yeah. Welcome to the past 5 minutes, Taka. I mean, seriously. Where have you been? We have already discovered that one out.
I'm sure she just took it for self-defense.
So you're saying the knife she took was then taken from her, and she was killed with it? In
Yes.
that case, you may not have taken the knife, but you still could have killed her.
Toko, yeah, gotta be
He did
really.
do it after all!
Toko,
No,
really?
You're wrong.
Really, Toko?
that's how you would twist the argument and send us all off in the wrong direction? You possess a most terrifying talent.
They're gonna blame me for the murder. Don't they understand? I
Hold
mean,
on.
seriously.
It's still too early to decide conclusively that Makoto is the killer, wouldn't you say? Because you see, if the room did belong to the killer, then they did something most bewildering. And until we unravel that little mystery, you simply can't declare that he's the killer.
Bewildering?
Yeah, because...
What the hell are you talking
why
about?
would I take all the pressure of trying to clean all the little
Something
individual
was missing
hairs
from the scene of the crime
all
that by
throughout
all
the
rights
room?
Should have been there. You know what I'm talking about, don't you?
Hey man, scab it, which is just you guys spell out what she's talking about. And this one's a 4-letter word. Because it is hair. Obviously it was hair.
Now I understand.
Keep in mind, this is the first class trial, so
That's right. There
like
wasn't
that.
a single hair on the floor.
So, the culprit removed some evidence?
Yes.
Yeah.
And if I were the culprit, why would I
Exactly.
need to get rid of all the hair in my own room?
What? Yeah, exactly. So like,
It
why
wouldn't be
would you?
unusual at all to find my hair at the crime scene if the crime scene is in my room.
The reason
Exactly,
all the hair
like,
was
why
gone
would you? That's an
was to
interesting
remove
question.
any trace that Sayaka had ever been there. That makes sense, does it not?
It does, but in the same
If
sense,
that
no.
were the case, they would have had to do something about the body itself, not just her hair.
Yeah, see? You got...
Yes, very true.
Shut
very
the fuck
true.
up, you Fumi!
Then why wasn't there any hair on the ground?
Because somebody
The
used the
killer
lint
got rid of it
roller.
all, of course, to remove any trace that they had ever been there.
Then that means...
Precisely. It's simply beyond reason to believe that the room's owner and the killer are one and the same.
Yep, because they're not.
Then Makoto isn't the culprit?
Are you sure we can decide something so important based solely on the absence of some hair?
Yes.
No.
Why wouldn't you?
There are other reasons that prove why Makoto couldn't have done it.
There is,
like to
but
hear
that's
these
one
reasons.
very good point of evidence.
Do you remember anything remarkable about the bathroom at the scene?
Yes, actually, yes I do.
Sayaka was attacked in the main room first, then fled into the bathroom, right?
Yeah, then they ran after her, got into the bathroom, and stabbed her.
And how did the killer get into the bathroom? Did they have any trouble with it?
What do you mean?
It's fairly certain that the killer had some trouble getting into the bathroom.
Yes.
There was clear evidence left behind. Do you remember, Makoto?
Actually, I do remember. And there was a struggle in there. What did the killer break? The killer broke the doorknob.
I got it!
The killer broke the
Evidence
doorknob
that the
to get
killer had
into the
trouble getting
room
into
because
the
he thought it was
bathroom.
locked.
You're talking about the doorknob, right?
Yes.
Huh? The doorknob? What doorknob?
The doorknob for my bathroom. It was completely broken. See how the top part was unscrewed? And the doorknob's about ready to fall off?
Oh yeah, true.
Yeah.
But what does it mean?
In trying to bypass the lock, they ended up nearly removing the entire doorknob.
Exactly.
This is another most bewildering act for the room's owner. It proves Makoto is beyond suspicion.
Yeah, because why would Makoto
So
need
what?
to
You're
break
saying
into
he wouldn't
his
break
own...
the door in his own room?
Why would he?
But if the only choice you have is to break it, you break it. There's nothing bewildering about it.
You still don't see?
No.
Okay then. Let's take another look at how the incident unfolded. Hopefully that will help you understand.
There is another bewildering act. Yes, there is a little key point that is in there. Can we which ain't that bad. For those who are wondering, this is how the Clash Trials will be. Any of the in-betweens will be recorded. This will be like
Sayaka
this.
was first attacked in the main room.
Yes.
She then
Sayaka was
fled into
attacked
the
in the main room.
bathroom.
She did flee into the
Then
bathroom.
the killer ran after her.
Yes.
And they got into the bathroom.
Yeah.
At that point, the killer had to try and bust down the door. Because
Yeah.
Sayaka had locked it.
Nope.
No, it's wrong.
If you remember, the bathroom door in the boys' room does not lock.
The reason my bathroom didn't open wasn't because it was locked. After all, the girls' rooms are the only ones with locking bathrooms, right?
Yes, now that you mention it, that is true.
Then why didn't your bathroom door open?
Because it was stuck.
Huh? What are you talking about?
My bathroom door doesn't fit in the frame quite
like,
right.
seriously?
Monokuma over there can testify to that.
Yup, true as true can be. But you know, you're supposed to be the ultimate lucky student, right? But to have such a cruddy door.
And that's Makoto's title. For those who are wondering what's
So the
Makoto's
reason the door
title,
didn't open was
he's
just
the
because it was
ultimate lucky
stuck.
student. He's one of them.
But the killer didn't know that and assumed it was locked. So they tore apart the doorknob to get in.
Yes.
Okay, but then why would the killer even think the door was locked in the first place?
It's because the killer didn't know where they
Everyone should
were.
have known you can't lock any of the boys' bathrooms.
The killer could easily make that mistake, thanks to one important detail about the scene of the crime.
Yep, there's one itty bitty bitty itty bitty bitty itty bitty ritty. It's because they didn't know the crime took place in my room. They thought they were in
must not have
Sayaka's room.
realized that it was my room.
What? Are you saying the culprit didn't even know where he was? That's inconceivable.
Not really. I mean,
He's absolutely right.
It's actually the truth.
Well, to be
Seriously.
more specific,
Because
what
it's
the killer
honest,
didn't
though.
know was that Makoto and
Yes.
Sayaka had switched rooms. Which is what led to the misunderstanding about the bathroom. If Sayaka had been in her own room, then
Then there would have been a lock on the door, and they would have had to break through.
Yes. Welcome to the past 10 minutes, Taka.
So they had no idea how
Seriously.
unnecessary their actions were.
ultimately,
Yes.
we can't know if it came open by force or simply by accident. But the killer must have been considerably confused, with no idea how they actually got the door opened.
Regardless, it was a pointless act. Wasting time trying to break down a door that wasn't locked is...
Definitely something I wouldn't do, since I would have known exactly why it wasn't opening.
Ding,
right?
ding, 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 ding. Like,
That is
seriously.
a definite possibility.
Togami.
So the
That's
killer would have to
legit
be someone
the
who
story.
didn't know they'd switched rooms?
Then Makoto couldn't have done it.
Yeah, well,
Okay,
that's what the hell we've
then
been
who
trying
did
to tell
do it?
you, Toko.
I'm sorry, but I give up. Quit without saving.
But what happens if we can't
No, we don't
decide
quit
on who
without
we
saving.
think
We
did
always
it?
save before we quit.
Well,
Because you
why
always
don't we
want to
just vote
save,
right
because
now?
if you don't
Majority
save, then you
rules.
gotta do this all over again.
Majority rules? You really think that's a good idea?
Why, you got something to hide there, Leon?
Our necks are on the line
Hmm.
here. Someone seriously needs to do something. For serious.
Does no one have any other thoughts or questions? It does not matter how trivial they may seem.
Oh, as a matter of fact, I do have one question.
One question?
You
You don't gotta sound so disappointed.
It's fine, it's fine. Just ask your question.
Oh yeah. Okay, so, well, I was just wondering, how did the culprit get into Makoto's room in the first place?
Yes. How did the killer get inside?
Maybe Sayaka just dropped the key somewhere and the culprit picked it up. That's possible, right?
I don't think so. That
No.
seems way too convenient.
That is way too convenient if you think about it.
maybe someone picked the lock?
Negative! If you remember, Monokuma made it quite clear that the locks are all unpickable.
Literally.
Fine. how about this? The killer got in the easy way. They could have knocked and said they wanted to talk or something, and Miss Maizono just let him in.
No, that can't be it either.
Oh, trying to argue against me? Sounds like someone doesn't know his place. Hello? Why exactly can't that be it?
It's because you want. It's because.
I got it!
It's because we switched keys.
Because Sayaka was already scared, remember? That's why she asked me to switch rooms in the first place.
Yeah. I mean, it's obvious, isn't it?
Knowing what she'd been through, I just can't believe she would have opened the door for anyone.
Yeah.
What if her being scared was a lie?
Huh? What the hell is that supposed to mean? Why would she lie about something like that?
To get you out the way.
I know you don't want to consider it, but look at this and tell me. Can you still deny the possibility?
Dun dun dun. How about that one? Ta-da!
I found a notepad during my search, and I shaded in the top sheet with a pencil. And these are the words that appear.
Yeah.
Oh man! I've totally seen people do that
It's
on
an old
detective shows.
detective's
Oh,
secret.
you're right! It can leave an imprint. Sketch over the next sheet of paper, and you can see the words.
Yeah.
When I saw that, I was like, holy crap! I better make sure I rip the paper out before I use it from now on.
Yeah, because that
It's a
means
pretty
if you're
old-fashioned
planning on
technique,
doing something.
But even the classics can be surprisingly useful sometimes.
You might want to keep an
and
eye
I
on
should
that
also
one.
mention, I found the notepad on the desk in Makoto's room.
Huh?
Which means only someone who had been in Makoto's room before the incident could have written it.
Then either it was Makoto who lived there, or Sayaka who switched rooms for a single night.
So, Makoto, did you write this?
No.
No, I didn't. But...
Of course you didn't. Because the note also bears a perfectly legible signature. Sayaka's signature.
Yep, it's Sayaka's signature right there.
But why? Why would she write that?
The note was likely her way of getting in touch with a certain someone.
A certain
She
someone
must have
that
slid it
ended up
under their
becoming
door
her
to let them know she
killer.
wanted to meet with them in secret.
You got an invitation like that from the ultimate pop sensation. What young man could resist?
Of course, I'm only into 2D, so it wouldn't have any effect on me.
But can we be sure anyone even got this note? And honestly, even if they did, I do not think they are at all involved in what happened.
Huh? What makes you say that?
It's actually
Would you
quite...
like to hear what I have to say?
I actually really
Very
do
well,
like
Pay
this
attention.
game. Obviously, after we finish this one, we will have Goodbye Despair, which is the second game up on here, and then obviously,
switched rooms,
yes,
correct?
we switched rooms. We
But
just
in the
covered
note,
that one.
The place they were asked
Yes.
to come to, it specifically says
My room.
Then they would have gone to
Yeah.
Saya. Exactly.
The room.
with Makoto with
No,
No, that's wrong.
they would have gone to the room that we stayed in, if you
The
remember.
nameplates on Mai and Sayaka's rooms got switched.
They got switched?
That's
Yeah.
right. The nameplates got switched, just like the rooms themselves. As a result, the nameplate on Sayaka's room actually had Makoto's name. And the nameplate on Makoto's room had Sayaka's.
Yeah.
So what you're saying is, the room Sayaka was staying in was actually marked as her room.
Yeah.
If someone did do what the note said, they would end up at Makoto's room where Sayaka was.
Plus, their rooms are right next to each other, so switching the nameplates would be no problem. And the one who switched the names was... Well, of course it wasn't you, right, Makoto?
Right. Okay, then who did it?
The only person that could have switched the nameplates. I think it's pretty obvious. It wouldn't be the killer. Because the killer didn't know. Wouldn't be myself, so it was Sayaka.
Me and
Because,
Sayaka
obviously,
were the only ones who ever knew about us switching rooms.
Literally.
So the only other person besides me who would even know to switch the nameplates was Sayaka.
You can also infer as much from her note.
Yeah, check the... Yup. And there you go, that kind of reveals...
She specifically tells the reader to check the nameplate.
Yes.
She would only have written that if she knew the nameplates had been switched.
Exactly.
But why would she switch them in the first place?
She wanted someone to come to the room she was in, and also hide the fact that it was Makoto's room.
And then switch it back to frame.
Inviting someone to your
Exactly,
room,
I mean...
not telling them you'd switched rooms. Why would anyone do that?
I mean, it's not unheard
To
of.
understand that, we first need to understand what happened after she invited the person into the room.
Yeah.
That's where the answer lies.
Dun, dun,
What happened then was probably whoever she invited over came in and attacked her. We figured it out. We know who did it. Whoever she invited over is the culprit.
Welcome to fucking this whole trial, fucking Taka.
idiot.
Like seriously.
Sayaka fought with her killer there in the room, yes? Perhaps the
Yeah.
answer to our previous question lies in that initial struggle.
Yes, I think you're right.
Then... we just have to figure out what happened during the fight, right?
Yes.
That reminds me. There was a replica sword at the murder scene. Was that perhaps used during the fight?
Oh yeah. What's the deal with that sword?
Sayaka suggested I should hold on to it. I thought it might come in handy if I had to defend myself. It seems pretty likely that the killer used it to break Sayaka's right wrist.
How the hell could you possibly know that's what broke her wrist?
Do you not know why? Is that not an obvious feature? You look at her wrist, no, without a doubt. You guys remember what happened to her wrist?
I got it!
It was fucking
All
hurt.
you have to do is take a good look at her broken wrist, and it should become pretty clear. Right there where her wrist is all swollen, there's something glittery there. See?
Yes.
Is that gold?
Yeah.
It sure is. Specifically, the gold coating from the replica sword. You barely have to touch that stuff, and it'll stick right to you. And there's some on her wrist because...
I got it! Because she got hit with the sword, right there on her wrist!
I see. And so the truth draws ever closer.
Does it?
All right, then it's about time to solve
we have
this
to
mystery.
solve the mystery, yes. And what happened up in the room? Yes, we gotta find out what came clear about what happened in the room. No, I know it's just gonna add a couple more features, which, you know, obviously you'll see.
When the fighting broke out, the culprit grabbed the sword, and that's when the first blow
God
was
damn it.
dealt. A sword-based sneak attack.
There we go. That's okay. Hold on.
She grabbed the thing with corpus and they killed.
I know we know which one. Yes, but we do know who took the knife already. I mean, took the sword already.
The culprit, and that's when the first sword-based sneak attack.
No. What? Is there tell me no? Oh shit! Fuck! Whoops! Ah! Damn it! Damn it! No, it's not that.
The culprit grabbed the sword. And that's
it's
when
the sheath.
That's
what broke me my
Ah! It's the sheath.
It's
the sheath. We have to put the sheath down.
When the fighting grabbed the culprit, and that's when the first sword-based sneak attack.
It's the sheath.
No, it's wrong.
Actually, no. I don't think the fight started with the sword.
Because obviously, you know.
Why not?
Because the sword's sheath had been scratched. See? There's a gash in it. Like someone cut into it with something sharp.
Yeah, I mean...
Something sharp? You mean like the kitchen knife? That was the only sharp thing found at the scene.
Stop jumping ahead. Slow down and explain it so I get what the hell's going on.
If the sword was used first, there wouldn't be any explanation for the scratch on the sheath.
Yeah, there would.
If you were going to attack with the sword, you'd take it out of the sheath first, right?
Yeah, I mean, I would.
That's true. With the sheath on, it'd be heavy and bulky and useless as shit.
Literally.
Okay, so how did the sheath get damaged?
If they got attacked with the kitchen knife,
literally, it's because they got attacked,
impulse.
but they chopped the knife.
In that situation, there wouldn't be any time to actually unsheath the sword.
So you're saying the sword was initially used to defend against an attack from the knife?
Which
yes.
means whoever had the kitchen knife was the one who attacked first.
I think I get it. So here's how it all played out.
You sure, Taka?
The culprit came in, found the kitchen knife hidden there somewhere. Then they took the knife and attacked Sayaka before she knew what was happening.
You sure did?
So she grabbed the sword to defend herself, but then the culprit took that from her too. Then, after they broke her wrist with the sword, they took the knife and finished it.
There's some...
Sorry, but I don't think Sayaka used the sword to defend herself.
Nope, it wasn't Sayaka.
How the hell can you not think that?
Because she never held the sword at all. There's a certain part of her body that makes this clear.
Yeah.
I got it!
It's the palms, you got it.
You're talking about her palms, right? The palms of her hands were perfectly clean, so I don't think she ever picked up the sword.
Yeah.
How can you know that just by looking at her palms?
Legit,
like I said before, the gold coating
literally,
on that
he
sword
said
comes
this
right off.
before. Where have you been?
In fact, if you look, you'll notice that a lot of the gold has already come off the handle. It's safe to assume that's because whoever used the sword got some of it on their hands. There's really no way she could have picked it up and come away completely clean.
Yeah.
Maybe she washed her hands after she escaped into
No.
the bathroom.
Sorry,
Can't.
but I don't think so.
Why do you say that? Is it because you think I'm ugly?
Whoa, we even get
No,
what?
that's not it at all.
Yeah, there's a reason why we cannot do that, and it's mainly because the water was off.
According to the Monokuma file, Sayaka's time of death was around 1:30 a.m. In other words, at nighttime. And the water in the bathroom shuts off at nighttime, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. Actually, I haven't taken a shower.
Oh my.
You're no different. You smell like a big fat ugly donkey.
I I'm not sure whether to take that as an insult or a compliment.
Insult, obviously.
Damn.
So anyway, if Sayaka never touched the sword, then that means the killer is the only one who used the sword.
Yeah.
But hold on. If that's right, then the one who damaged the sheets with the kitchen knife was...
I got it!
It was Sayaka that damaged it.
She had the kitchen knife?
Yeah.
We already said that the attack started with...
The person with the knife attacked first, and the sword was used as an impromptu defense.
Then the one who attacked first was...
Sayaka? Now do you understand? She wasn't a blameless victim in this.
No, far from it. It's almost as if she'd been planning to commit a murder of her own. She took the knife from the kitchen, then invited the culprit to the room she was staying in. And if it's true that she had the kitchen knife and attacked without provocation...
You finally see, Togami?
These are all the actions of an assailant.
Which brings up another point. Makoto, Sayaka was the one who suggested you two switch rooms, correct?
Yes.
Maybe the reason she wanted to switch rooms was so that she could pin the crime on you. That is a possibility, is it not?
It is.
Sayaka wanted to... on me?
That would also explain why she would switch the nameplates. She wanted to get whoever she had targeted to come to Makoto's room where she was staying. And by committing the murder there, instead of her room, that would implicate Makoto. But for that to work, the target had to be lured out while still keeping the room swap a secret. If the target knew she had switched rooms, they would have become suspicious right away.
So all that's why she switched the names?
Yeah.
But doesn't that plan seem a little risky? For one thing, even if her plan worked, Mr. Naegi would just tell everyone they'd switched rooms.
I don't know. I'm not sure our soft-hearted Makoto is capable of that kind of cutthroat behavior. I'm sure Sayaka realized the same thing, which is why out of all of us, she asked him to switch rooms.
Plus, she was the ultimate pop sensation. A totally forgettable kid. Or a national superstar. Who are you more likely to believe?
Wait, then you're saying she had this all planned out?
Yeah.
Holy shit!
But in the end, her plan
yeah, I
backfired.
mean, you guys are just
She
now
launched
realizing
her attack
this?
with the knife, then found herself under attack in turn.
Yes. That's
That
basically
must
what
be when her
happened.
wrist got broken, and she was forced to drop the knife.
Yeah.
The tables were suddenly turned on her, and she died at the hands of the one she planned to murder.
Yeah.
Just hold on! That can't be true!
It is.
Because...
Hey! You guys have totally derailed the argument. You're being super boring right now. Come on, hurry up and decide who did it.
Yeah, we will
Wouldn't
soon.
it be awful if I had to punish you all just because you ran out of time?
Oh yeah, we gotta decide who we think did it.
Makoto, right now you just need to concentrate on figuring out the answer to this mystery. If we can't uncover who murdered Sayaka, it's over for all of us.
It's not really over because there's one more clue. And we haven't discussed it. And it's the dying message.
It's easy just to say, hey, decide, but there just aren't any more clues, right?
No, it's wrong.
Because it's... Seriously, there's always one more clue.
There still might be one clue left. Sayaka's dying message.
Dying?
Yep.
Wait, what did you say?
The dying message. She wrote something on the wall behind her, remember? 11037, written in her own blood. There must be a clue about the killer hidden in there.
Well, before we get too far into that, I need to ask, can we really be sure that Sayaka is the one who wrote it?
Yeah, because Sayaka had the blood on her left index finger. Let's say
her left index finger had blood on it. That could only be because she used that finger to write the message.
Exactly.
I see. She broke her right wrist during the fight, so she'd have to use her left hand to write.
Sure. I think we can all agree Sayaka wrote it. But still, what the heck do those numbers mean?
Flip it. It's not that hard, though, to realize that one.
Hey, Chihiro. You're a computer nerd or whatever, right? You should know all about numbers and shit.
No, that's not... Yes, I'm a programmer, but I don't see any kind of meaning in these numbers.
Of course. It's because they're not numbers.
They're upside down.
Oh, yeah, it looks like...
Huh? What?
Letters.
No, it's just... look at the numbers, assuming they're not numbers. Don't these first two, 1-1, look less like two numbers and more like one letter?
Ah,
yes.
You're right. The connecting line is barely there, so I assumed it was 1-1, but looking at it now, you could also read it as an N.
Whoa, you might have finally just said something worth a shit.
Our little gray cells are really getting excited now.
But even if that really is an N037, doesn't make any more sense than before.
Yeah, it does. Makoto, you know who it is. You just flip the message
upside down. Rotate the image
down.
180 degrees.
Thank you, Kyoko.
Oh my god. Now I see. She wrote down the killer's name.
Huh? You just shot past the clue part and right onto who did it.
So, whose name did she write?
And because it is bang bang bang.
Here's my answer. The key to solving this mystery was simply to rotate the writing 180 degrees. If you turn the message around, it becomes the letters L-E-O-N. L-E-O-N. Or more accurately, Leon.
What the hell are you talking about? It's just a coincidence. It's just a bunch of random squiggles that happen to look like my name.
No, it's not random at all. She wrote that message on the wall behind her as she was leaning up against it.
Yeah.
In that position, she couldn't move to write normally, and had to write upside down, as it were. And as a result, when you look at it standing in front of her, it ends up getting flipped. Try it for yourself if you want. Write something sitting like her, and the letters will be inverted.
That's the truth.
That sounds like one hell of a stretch to me. I'm the killer? You can't just go and say shit like that.
If you're not the killer, then why did you try to destroy the evidence?
Huh?
You know what I'm talking about, right, Makoto?
Yes. I know exactly what he's trying to get rid of, and I've mentioned it hundreds of times throughout this. It was a burnt shirt piece.
You mean the burnt shirt piece I found laying on the ground by the incinerator, right?
As the killer stabbed Sayaka, they must have gotten some of her blood on them. And to dispose of the shirt covered in the victim's blood, they threw it into the incinerator.
But one piece burned off and got left behind.
And the killer didn't notice.
Yeah.
If they had, they most certainly would have panicked. Isn't that right, Leon?
Yeah.
But is one scrap of fabric enough to conclude that Leon is guilty?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, Leon's not the only one wearing a white button-up.
That's right. There are plenty of other people here with shirts like mine. It's just that one little chart piece. You're right. That alone isn't enough.
Are you finally starting to understand?
Yeah, I think so.
It's because there's something about we need to pay attention to.
I got it!
Of
how it was.
Look closely at how the shirt was disposed of. We should be able to figure out who the killer is.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. I think I know what you're gonna say.
Do you?
You can't reach the incinerator without opening the gate in front of the trash room, right? And obviously, you wouldn't be able to hit the switch to turn it on either.
There's
you
also
need the key
a
to get in, and the one with the key was the person on cleaning duty.
Was it? You sure about that?
So the killer had to be whoever was in charge of taking care of the trash, right?
Interesting.
No. Because think about it. The crystal ball, and there's one very good outstanding.
The trash room. Whoever was on cleaning duty.
No.
The only one who could.
And you'd have to get close to the incinerator in order to.
No, you don't.
No,
not for you.
Hold on. I think I know how someone could
But if you can't get past the gate...
Yes, you could. If you used this.
What is it, some kind of glass ball? It's busted to hell.
Actually, it was supposed to be a crystal ball, but...
But how would you use it?
Yep, and throw it.
The killer simply took aim at the incinerator switch and threw the ball through a gap in the gate. All they had to do was hit that switch, and the incinerator would come to life.
Someone threw that through a gap in the gate?
Remember what you said before, Hifumi? Hifumi had the key, so the only way the incinerator could have been turned on without his knowledge was because the killer was able to hit the switch without opening the gate.
Yes.
Once they got the incinerator going, all they had to do was ball up the shirt and toss it in.
Yes,
hey,
sir.
Come on! What the hell is this?
All you have to do is look at the scene to know that the killer never actually went inside the trash room. The shards of broken glass, the incinerator left running, the piece of shirt that escaped the fire. If the killer had been on cleaning duty, the evidence would have been taken care of much more thoroughly.
Yeah.
Wait, no, just hold on.
But the distance from the gate to the incinerator has to be at least 30 feet, right? The pinpoint accuracy you'd need to throw a glass ball that far and hit something that small. Could someone really do that?
Yes.
That's right! There's no way! It'd be impossible!
Difficult, absolutely. Impossible? I
Because
don't
the
think
killer
so.
is Leon.
Because the killer is... I got it!
It's the ultimate baseball
because
star.
Because the killer is the ultimate baseball star. Isn't that right, Leon?
Do you have any idea how stupid you sound right now?
That's just, I'm sorry, but that's just funny.
Would surely be little challenge for the ultimate baseball star.
You can't be serious. I'm not the killer! These goddamn shifter brains have got it all wrong, I'm telling you!
You still won't admit it? Okay then. Makoto, go ahead and review the incident, and with that, we can end it.
Yep, and here we go, and here's how now it becomes an anime. Not anime, a fucking manga. I mean, it is not at all, because I know what it is. Closing argument, here we go. Well, first off, it would be somebody going into the room. Then was Sayaka doing that. Oh wait, hold on. I think. Hold on a second. Let me go back. I might have to go back and check. Cause sometimes I'm not perfect at these. Yep, it's that one. And now we're gonna go over to here where he used the lint roller. Threw the shirt in, and the piece burnt.
Here's exactly what happened. I think I'd better take one more look back.
Yep.
Last night, the killer went to the room Sayaka was in. In other words, my room. From what we can tell, Sayaka invited that person there intending to kill them. She attacked them with the knife she'd taken from the kitchen earlier. But then something happened that she wasn't prepared
Gaming. But yes, this is exactly what's happened so far in
and fought back.
Clash Trial 1.
During the struggle, a strike from the sword broke Sayaka's right wrist. And that's when she lost her grip on the kitchen knife.
Yes.
Finding herself cornered, Sayaka panicked and ran into the bathroom.
Oh, plausible.
The killer went after her, but couldn't get the bathroom door open. What they didn't know was that my bathroom door got stuck easily, and there was a trick to opening it. Sayaka knew about that because I'd told her, but of course the killer had no way of knowing.
It's possible though.
So instead, the killer forced the door open, took the kitchen knife, and stabbed Sayaka.
Yes.
But with what strength she had remaining, Sayaka left a dying message. To keep the killer from noticing, she wrote it on the wall behind her. And with that, all her strength was gone. With Sayaka dead, the killer quickly began
destroyed
destroying
evidence that was necessarily to the case.
First, they took off their shirt, which was covered in their victim's blood. Then they took the lint roller in my room and cleaned up the entire area. They wanted to make sure they got rid of any trace they'd ever been there. Afterwards, the killer headed to the trash room to destroy their bloody shirt. He tried to burn the shirt using the incinerator there. But the trash room was blocked off by an especially sturdy gate.
Yes, and so therefore he used the crystal ball as a baseball, threw it at the button.
So they came up with a plan to use Hero's crystal ball, which he'd left in the laundry room. The killer managed to throw the ball through the gap in the gate and hit the incinerator switch.
Yes.
For any normal person, that'd be an impossible throw. But the killer had the confidence to take a shot, and that's because the killer was the ultimate baseball star. The crystal ball, thrown with absolute precision, hit the switch on the incinerator.
It did hit it. I mean, it wouldn't be that surprising though, would it? And right inside to the And then there goes a little piece on the ground, and that's how we found out who it was.
They left the area with, I imagine, a sigh of relief. But
there was a little sigh of relief.
They missed.
Right there on the ground.
They'd thrown into the fire, burnt away, and fell out of the incinerator. The killer didn't notice this, and so left behind a piece of indisputable evidence.
Yes. Boom.
Isn't that right, Leon?
And now here comes the little timed thingy.
It would appear that hero simply forgot his crystal ball in the laundry room. You went there to try and wash the blood out of your shirt. And that's where you saw it, right? Seeing the ball, you thought of a way to take care of everything.
So, Leon, do you object to anything that's been said?
Do I object? Hell yes, I object! Of course I do! I object! I object! I object!
You do object, I can see.
All of this is just a bunch of stupid theories! You need evidence! Where's the evidence? Without evidence, it's all bullshit!
We legit just gave you evidence, Leon.
Acknowledge it.
Well then, I guess this is as good a time as any to present the evidence that proves you did it.
I mean, we'll prove it again.
I believe you're in possession of that evidence.
The bullet train battle.
When the killer removed the screws from the doorknob, they didn't use anything from your room to do it. Instead, they must have used something that belonged to them.
I refuse to acknowledge you. You're stupid. Stupid, stupid, stupid. Stupid, 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 stupid.
And here we go. We gotta do the bullet train battle. Which is, you know, because sometimes they won't listen.
Where's your proof? You kidding me? Not a chance. It wasn't me. Stupid. You lie. Stop talking. Shut up. Where's your proof? You kidding me? Not a chance. Stupid.
Really, Leon? It wasn't me?
You lie. Shut up.
I mean, it wasn't me, Leon? I mean...
This should prove it.
Yeah, well, Leon, we just gave you more proof after the fact. Like, seriously.
The screws on the bathroom doorknob were removed. I wonder what kind of tool the killer used to remove them.
I mean, it had to be a screwdriver, right?
Oh, yeah. I'm pretty sure the toolkits we got each had one inside.
And that must be what he used. There aren't any other tools anywhere.
But the toolkit in my room had clearly never been used.
Yeah, well, I mean, isn't that surprising?
The culprit didn't know it was your room. They thought they were in Sayaka's room.
Yes.
Only the boys got toolkits, so the killer naturally assumed there wouldn't be one in there.
Okay, then whose toolkit did the killer use?
Stupid, stupid, stupid!
It had to be their very own toolkit.
Stupid, stupid, stupid,
I mean,
stupid,
that's
stupid!
not off the realm of hardcore
Leon,
possibility.
Would you mind showing us your toolkit? If I'm right about this, the screwdriver will show some evidence of being used.
Stupid, stupid, stupid!
Huh? And if you say you used it for something else, you'll have to explain exactly when, where,
and why.
And let me say this right now. I lost it isn't an excuse at this point.
Stupid.
Oh.
So, you have no rebuttal?
Then it would seem we are finished here.
We are finished. We have found out who the killer is. It is Leon. $61 medals. We have found out the killer.
Looks like you reached your verdict. Then are we ready to cast our votes?
Yes, we
You all
are.
have a lever in front of you. Use it to make your selection. Oh, just to remind you all, make triple sure you vote for someone. You wouldn't want to be punished for something so minor, right?
Yeah, I mean...
Okay, then let's get excited! Who will be chosen as the Blackened?
I mean, it's pretty obvious there, Monokuma, who it's gonna be. I mean, it's pretty damn obvious. The found guilty. Dun, 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 dun. Leon is guilty. Looks like we got it right on the money.
Yahoo!
Because obviously it was Leon Kawada.
Huh?
Leon was found out.
Hold on.
Hardcore, we figured you out easily.
But...
You son of a bitch! I didn't have a choice. So... None of you are any different!
Are we though, Leon?
I was just... unlucky.
No, I don't think it was because the fact that you're unlucky. I think it's mainly because the fact that, you know... I think it's just the point that you were stupid enough to not realize that there's a piece still on the ground. Because it is the truth, but... yeah, again, Makoto, you gotta live and learn from it. It's all because the video that showed of that. Because obviously that would mentally mind fuck you though, wouldn't it? I mean, regardless, it's still strongly as a possibility.
No matter what happens, please always be there for me.
I mean, hey, Makoto, sometimes people lie, it's all that matters. Because seriously... Ba-bong! Yes, it is. I mean, hey.
That's enough.
I mean,
calm down.
Shit. It's all part of that, though.
Yes, indeed.
Well, now it's time for the execution.
Punishment? You mean execution? Wait a second! Yeah, that's it.
Is that okay?
I mean, hey, it just proved right there why the hell it is.
Do you understand?
Do you understand, though? I mean...
So, that's why...
Yes, the executions, yes. Because it is the blame, which is him.
Hey,
we all know soon. Anyway.
Grills, chill!
Yep, here we go for the punishment.
Please, don't do this!
Hey, come on now.
I mean...
Stop, please!
Now then, I prepared
Here we go. Leon, we're about to have you with it.
Give it everything we've got.
It's punishment time! And my favorite sound in the entire game. I don't know what it is, it just stuck with me. And here we are. We're gonna take, and there we go. And it's gonna kill him in the same exact way that he got brought in. Here we go. Hopefully YouTube lets me keep this up. If not, then that's a pain in the ass, because seriously. Because this is... because the last time I tried to do this, YouTube's like, nah, hopefully we can get this done and we can keep this in. Because, you know, as Monakuma's just batting baseballs here. And there we go. We are down some students. Everybody surprised? Because there's his lifeless body and there's all the baseballs. And there we go. Yep. Well, I mean, we did
Extreme!
Makua just summed it up for you, dude.
I can't take it.
You gotta keep doing it until you figure out who the mastermind is. I mean, obviously the mastermind is someone cunning and awesome. Because, you know, that's just the way that it works.
Damn you!
What the heck?
Because seriously.
Well...
Hey,
I mean, it does fit together, though. Well, yeah. Well, we are trapped, though, Monokuma, but...
What does this mean?
Hey.
But now that the fact that someone died, we'll be able to unlock a new floor.
Hey.
Because, you know, we're unlocking floors as we go. And Monokuma just disappears. And now here we go. He was gone, we stood there forever, and here we go. Everyone's just surprised by what just happened.
Just a second.
Okay, Kyoko.
Makoto.
Okay.
Listen.
I mean,
true.
hey, it's all possible. It's very I mean, hey, anything could happen in these games.
However... So... Certainly.
That is a possibility, though, Kyoko.
Anyway...
Her point, right. Yeah, because obviously it did go backfiring, but it ended up helping get the case down. Because we'll be able to move past their deaths, hopefully.
Hey.
But here we go.
What?
Ah. And there we go, chapter 1. But keep in mind, one student is still there. To be continued. Yes. We're gonna save the right there in my second save file. and we're gonna play till I can save, and then which is right here. And I would like to thank you all for watching episode 6 of Danganronpa Trigger-happy Havoc. I have been your host, Hood-mafia-venom, and I will see you for episode 7 when we start chapter 2. If you like the video, please leave a like. If you want to subscribe, that would be also appreciated. And you know, I'm gonna see you in the next video. Bye, everybody.